Now, Central Oregon's local alert weather with Eric Oren.
A fine and pleasant Thursday to you, Central Oregon. Let's start with a look at current conditions here this morning. We're looking at temperatures for the most part above that freezing threshold. A little bit warmer than we were yesterday this time of morning, but definitely fog and mist still possible. No advisories in place, but wanted to let you know that there is a possibility for some freezing temperatures and some slick roadways out there. Let's look at some road conditions for you. As you can see here in Madras, possibly some precipitation there on the road. Definitely at that freezing threshold, so potentially very slick there. Prineville looking like they're obscured a bit by some visibility constraints there. Looks like Sisters potentially also experiencing some fog. Bend a little hard to tell here. As of this morning, looking okay visibility wise, but Lapine may have a little bit of mist there on the roadways as well, and they're below freezing too. So do be careful with the potential for black ice out there this morning as we take a look at conditions in Redmond. As of right now, visibility looking okay. You can potentially see just a little bit of mist obscuring those lights in the camera here, and below freezing as well. So do take care out there on your commutes this morning. We should be warming up just slightly quicker than yesterday morning, so hopefully these conditions will improve before too long. Here's a look at some weather headlines for you today. We do expect a wintry mix of precipitation in the lower elevations, some snow, possibly rain throughout the morning, and then by early afternoon we're looking at probably mostly rain. Now there is a chance we'll see some snow along the 97 corridor, but it's going to be fairly light. More snow is coming though. We're looking at snow potentially each of the next couple of nights, and then over the weekend we're looking at a slightly more significant snowfall where temperatures are going to be chilly this weekend as well, though. Something else to keep in mind. It's going to be kind of a cold weekend, topping out in the 30s. Now here's a look at your future track. Some activity with us early, and by around 11 o'clock almost starting to spread out a little bit. You can see it's affecting the 97 corridor there. As I mentioned to you, it's going to be relatively light. If we see snowfall, it might be mostly rain, but is going to start to scatter out and become slightly more spotty until the early morning hours of Friday, where we're looking fairly clear, although as I mentioned to you, there is a chance we'll see some snow Friday night going into Saturday and then over the weekend as well. Now let's look at the future snowfall over the next 24 hours or so. As I mentioned to you, possibility for some snow in the lower elevations, looking like 1/10 of an inch to 1/2 an inch all the way down through Bend, and potentially in Sun River and Lapine slightly more than that. Mountains looking to get a bit of snow as well. I know that's all very welcome news. There's a winter storm watch that's set to be hoisted Saturday morning and last through Saturday evening, and that's fairly close to us. Of course, they're expecting quite a bit of snow in that direction and potentially even some gusty winds as well. Let's talk about winds here locally. Right now in the 5 to 10 mile an hour range, some areas looking even calmer than that. It may pick up just a little bit today in the closer to 10 to 15 mile an hour range. Madras actually may see closer to 20 mile an hour winds at later points in the afternoon. But here's a look at your highs for the day. As we take a look here at the high desert, you can see maybe a degree or two warmer than yesterday. We're looking at the upper 30s all the way through the middle 40s, and Warm Springs looking like the warmest in the forecast area there, tied with Redmond there at 46 degrees. So enjoying a little more 40s before we start to get colder for this weekend. As you can see for our overnight lows here, we're looking at the 20s across the high desert, slightly chillier here as we get close to the weekend. And let's take a look at your 7-day forecast, give you an idea what's coming your way. We do see a chance for a wintry mix of precipitation early morning throughout the early afternoon, and then as we reach the weekend, that's when we see a stronger chance for some snow coming our way. And early to middle portion of next week, we see more wintry mix. So winter is definitely here. That's been a look at your local alert weather.